subscription amount by any of the shareholder. And in case of the forfeiture of share, we need to pass the journal entry. Generally, this is the journal entry that we need to pass. Share capital account debit to share forfeited account and to calls in areas, right? I guess we did see question based on the forfeiture as well. This was all right. Just a minute. Okay. So we were discussing the forfeiture of share. It is showed at premium. In the previous session, we talked about this, yes, right now. And while covering this topic, I've told you that in order to pass the journal entry for the forfeiture of share, if the shares were earlier issued at a premium, the journal entry that we need to do is what is the journal entry that we usually do in this case? Anyone, please tell me. If the shares were issued at premium, what will be the journal entry? It will be share. Tell me. Anyone?
Share capital account debit to share forfeited.
Share capital account debit to share forfeited. And anything else?
Ordinaries.
All right. So I think I have given you one question for the homework as well. Please confirm if all of you have done this question or not. Everybody did this question? Yes or no? All of you did it?
Sir, you didn't give this as home.
I didn't give it as a homework.
No, sir.
So yeah.
So that means that I didn't give any homework to any of you.
Sir, you gave example 3 and 4, right?
Example 3 and 4 for the homework. So you did this, yes or no?
Sir, I wasn't able to do it.
You were able to do it, okay. So I think we completed by example number 1 in the previous session itself.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So let's start with example number 2. Let me first of all read this question. All right. Example 2, it says company issued 1,000 shares having a face value of ₹10 at a premium of ₹2 per share, payable ₹3 on application, 3 on allotment, 4 on first call, and balance on the final call. Mr. X, who applied for 300 shares on subsequent failure to pay allotment money and first call, company have decided to forfeit its share, pass the journal entry for the forfeiture of shares. Okay, let's do it.
Sir, we have done example 2 also.
We did example number 2.
Yes, sir.
So that means I must have given you example 3 and 4. Okay,
yes.
So let's discuss question, example 3. So as for example 3, it says company have issued 1,000 shares on 10, having a face value of 10 each at a premium of ₹4 per share, payable 3 on application, 3 on allotment, 3 on first call, and balance on final call. Mr. X, who have applied for 400 shares on subsequent failure to pay allotment and first call, company have decided to forfeit its shares. All right, so let's solve this question. Solution to example 3. All right, so in this case, first of all, Mr. X have applied for 400 shares. Now, Mr. X applied for 400 shares, on which he was required to pay 14 rupees including premium, and he is supposed to pay 3 rupees on application. ₹3 on application including premium, 1 rupee of premium. That means 2 plus 1. 2 is the face value and 1 towards the premium. Then for allotment as well, 3 rupees. That means 2 plus 1. And on first call, 3 rupees again. Two plus 1 and remaining on the final call. Anyone please tell me what will be the final call amount? 4 rupees, is that right? 4 rupees plus 1 rupee for the security premium. Na? So that means 4 plus 1. 5 rupees. Is that clear, everybody?
Yes.
So total face value is 10 rupees plus premium security premium of 4 rupees. Okay. Now question says that Mr. X who have applied for 400 shares on subsequent failure to pay allotment and first call, company have decided to forfeit his share. That means application was made due and he paid the application money. That means company already received the application money. Allotment made due, but company did not receive the allotment money. Company due the first call and company did not receive first call as well. And thereafter, company did not call for final call, neither company received this amount. All right, is that clear? That is what question is telling us. And after that, company have decided to forfeit its share. So first of all, let's start the journal entry. Write down share capital. It was share capital account debit. Share capital account debit. How many shares are being forfeited? 400 shares are being forfeited. Na? So we'll multiply 400 with the, tell me, with the called up value. Called up value excluding premium. Tell me what is the called up value? How much company have called from Mr. X? Company asked Mr. X to pay application, yes. Company asked Mr. X to pay allotment, yes. Company asked Mr. X to pay for the first call, yes. The total called up value is 9 rupees or 6 rupees. Tell me. We need to write down the called up value excluding premium. You tell me. 6. Yes, that is right. Perfect. So 400 into 6 will be considered as the called up value, 2400. Is that right? Is that clear, Alexander?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, since he did not pay, so company is going to forfeit his share. So to share forfeited account. Share forfeited account. We'll write down the amount excluding the premium. Whatever the amount that we have already received will be forfeited, and we won't be writing the amount of the security premium. So tell me how much he have already paid. How much he already paid? He only paid for the application money. Is that right?
Yes.
Is that okay? So he will be multiplying 400 share which is being forfeited with the, tell me by what amount I should multiply this, whether I should multiply this with 3 or I should multiply this by 2? You tell me.
2.
By 2. Yes. 2. All right. So multiplying this, we will be getting 800. Is that right, everybody? Alexander, is that clear to you?
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Okay. Then we'll write down 2. Tell me what else I'll have to write down. 2 calls in arrears. Is that right? 2 calls in areas. Remember that we need to write down the calls in area, including premium, since premium was also due and we did not receive any payment towards the premium. So always and always remember that we need to write down the value of the calls in area, including premium. Calls in areas. Account 400 into towards which installment amount is still due? Amount is due for
Allotment
the
and first
allotment
call.
and first call. Nothing is due toward the final call, since final call is not even made by the company. The total outstanding amount will be, total calls in area will
4
be 3
rupees.
plus 3, that is 6 rupees. Not 4, 6, including premium. All right, so this will be 2400.
In calls in arrear will include premium.
Yeah, calls in area will include premium. All right, on any installment, if premium is due, we need to record that. And on installment on which we have already received premium, that amount need not be shown. Like we have received 1 rupee on application by way of premium, but we did not recorded that while writing the share forfeited account. You understand that? Since this is already received, but if any calls in if any premium is still due in respect of any installment, then such need to be shown under the calls in areas account, along with the calls in area. 400 into 6, 3400. All right. Is that clear?
Okay.
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Okay. Now the thing is that you can clearly see that the credit aspect of this entry is more than the debit. Debit value contains only 2400 and in the credit card total value is 3200. So difference arising needs to be shown by the name of security premium reserve account. Security premium reserve account will be debited 400 into 2 rupees for premium is still due, 1 rupees on allotment and 1 on first call. So 400 into 2, that means 800. All right. Is that clear, Alexander, to you? Ayan? Being, now we can write down the narration as being 400 shares forfeited. Being 400 shares forfeited on failure to pay allotment and first call. Got it? Is that clear, everybody?
Yes.
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is the solution for the example number. Done writing this, everyone? Shall we move to the next slide? Shall we move to the next example?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So example number 4. It says company issued 5,000 shares having a face value of rupees 20 at a premium of rupees 4 per share, payable rupees 6 on application, rupees 6 on allotment, rupees 6 on first call and balance on final call. Mr. X who have applied for 500 shares on subsequent failure to pay first call and final call. Company have decided to forfeit its shares as journal entries for the forfeiture of shares. Do you want to try this? Alima, Alexander, Ayan, Mariam.
Yes, sir, we can
Do
try.
you think you'll be able to solve it, Abin?
Sir, I will give it.
Okay, just try it. I'm giving you 5-10 minutes. Try solving it. I'll show you the correct solution once you are done. Let me know if you have anything, any problem understanding the question. So one thing I need to announce, everyone. See, we have decided to extend your batch by half an hour. So, will you be comfortable attending the class for 1.5 hours, everyone? Since your syllabus is lagging behind, so we wanted to extend this batch by half an hour. Every session we will be conducting a 1.5 hour class. All of you will be comfortable with that,
Yes, sir.
Alexander, Halima, will you be comfortable? Eben, Ayan, Mariam, I need confirmation from all of you.
Okay, sir.
Halima is okay. Eben,
Yes, sir.
all right. Ayan,
Yes,
Ayan,
sir.
okay. All right. So in fact, from today itself, we will be extending this class by half an hour. Now, each session of your account class will be for 1.5 hours. This way, we will be able to complete our syllabus as soon as possible. I'm
Sir, it
aiming to
from 6
complete the
p.m.
syllabus in December itself. Sorry, Evan, could you please repeat?
Sir, the class will start at 6 p.m. to 7:30
No.
p.m.
Timing class will start at same time, but I'm just extending it by half an hour. So it will be ending like as per IST, as per India timing, it will be ending on 10 o'clock. That means 8:30 to 10 o'clock.
Okay.
All right. See, in this question, Mr. X have applied for 500 shares, and when application was due, he paid for the application on time. When allotment was made due, he also paid for the allotment. But for first and final call, the payment is still due. That means payment towards the first and final call is not yet received. Not received. Not received. All right. Now, considering this, we need to pass the journal entry for the forfeiture of shares. So when the first and final call was not made by Mr. X, company have decided to forfeit his 500 shares. So let's pass the journal entry. Anyone? Please tell me what will be the journal entry. First of all, share.
Account data to share.
Correct. Share capital account will
Share
be
capital
debited.
account debit, securities premium account debit, to share forfeiture account to cause in arrear account.
Right. So share capital account will be debited. 500 shares are being forfeited, and we need to multiply this with the called up value, excluding premium. What is the called up value? Called up value, since the company have decided to forfeit a share after the final call, that means called up value is 20 rupees. Is that right? Am I correct? Everyone? Yes or
Yes.
no?
Yes.
Okay. Then we'll write down 2 shares forfeited account. Company will be able to forfeit the number of shares. Company will be able to forfeit the amount that he have already paid, excluding premium. What amount he have already paid? He already paid for the application. He already paid for the allotment. So including premium, he paid 12 rupees. Is that right? But he need to consider the amount that he have already paid, excluding premium. So excluding premium, he paid 10 rupees. Is that correct? That will be 5,000. Right now, one. Then 2 calls in areas. Is that correct, Mariam, Ayan, Eben, Alexander, Halima?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then what is the amount which is due?
Into 12.
Due calls in area is always written including the premium as well. So total amount due is towards the first and final call, that means 12 rupees, including premium. That means a total of 6,000 is due. And now there is a difference arising. So that difference will be debited to security premium reserve account. $500 into
2.
All right. I guess you will be able to write down the narration on your own. Right now, everyone?
Yes.
Done, everyone? Anyone still writing it? Abel, you are done? Ayan? Lima, Mariam?
Sir.
Do it
Done.
quickly.
Yes, sir. Done.
Done. So these were the examples that we covered based on the forfeiture of shares if the shares were issued at premium. Okay, let's do a quick question based on these concepts that we have discussed. Let's talk about question number 24. All right. So question 24 contains four different cases. All the cases are completely independent. All the cases can be considered as a separate question. All right. So let's just read the entire question once. It says Ankit Limited issued 20,000 equity share of rupees 10 each at a premium of rupees 2 per share payable as follows. On application, 3 rupees, on allotment 5, including premium. That means face value of allotment is 2 or 3 rupees. That includes 2 rupees for the premium as well. On first call 2, second and final call is 2. Vijay was allotted 500 shares, passed the necessary journal entries relating to the forfeiture of shares in the following cases. So starting with the first case, in the first situation, it says Just a minute. Question number 24, case A. Okay, so it says Vijay did not pay allotment money and his shares were immediately forfeited. Vijay did not pay allotment money and his shares were immediately forfeited. So that means first call and second call were not made. All right. Let's pass the general entry for this. Everyone, do you think you'll be able to solve it? Case 1. Alexander,
Yes, sir.
Ayan, Eben, Mariam, Elma.
Yes.
Okay, then do it quickly.
Sir, we can't see the question. Done, everyone? Tell me done, everyone. Anyone please Sir,
tell
one
me,
second.
Evan, you tell me what is the called up value in this question? How much is the called up value in this question?
10.
Called up value will be 10
Sir,
for the
12.
case 1. No, I don't think so. Evan, what do you think?
Sir, 12.
12 rupees will be the called up value. Are you sure? What are you doing? Ayan, could you please tell me what will be the called up value in this case? Ayan, could you please tell me the called up value in this situation? Case 1. Just tell me now whether it does not matter whether you're telling it correctly or it is wrong. That does not matter. Just tell me the value. Just tell me the called up value. Ayan,
Sir, I didn't get.
you didn't get as in All right, Mariam, could you please tell me the called up value in this situation? Mariam is saying 10. Okay. Halima, what do you think? 10 rupees is the called up value.
Maybe less than
Ali.
10.
Less than 10. Okay.
Sir, 10.
Okay. Alexander?
So 6.
Yes, 6 rupees is the correct answer. Oh, what are you doing, guys? See, case 1 says that Vijay did not pay allotment money and his shares were immediately forfeited. That means if the shares are being immediately forfeited, that means company did not even ask him to pay the first and second call. So no calls were made for the first and final call. See, let me show you. Let me see, in this case, what was the application money? Tell me quickly. What was the application money? Application money was 3 rupees, is that right? And on
Yes.
allotment, company have decided to raise 5 rupees, is that right? Including premium, that means face value of allotment was 3 rupees
Three.
plus 2 for the premium. And on first call was of 2 rupees. And final call was of also 2 rupees, is that right? But tell me,
Yes, sir.
when the shares were forfeited, as soon as Vijay did not pay the allotment money, his shares were forfeited immediately. That means he paid for the application was due, he paid the application amount. Allotment was made due, he paid for the allotment. Allotment was made due, but he did not pay for the allotment. And at this point only, company had decided to forfeit a share. That means first call was not made, final call was not made from him. That means total called up capital is only 3 plus 3. Is that right? 3 plus, not 3 plus 5. But called up value is 3 plus 3. Getting it is yes or no? You need to write down the called up value without the premium. Called up value will be 3 rupees for the application, 3 for the allotment. Am I right, everyone? Everybody is able to understand this? Yes or no? Please confirm. Eben, Ayan, Mariam, Alima. Mariam is Mariam saying yes, sir. Okay. Ayan, you understood this now?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Eben, is that clear to you?
Sir, yes. The first call and final call was paid. Yes.
First and final call was not made.
Yes.
Why? Because company immediately decided to cancel his share as soon as company realized that he did not pay the allotment money. Company did not wait, and company had decided to cancel his share immediately after the allotment. That means no amount was called up by the company for the first and final call. Halima, is that clear to you?
Yes.
Okay, so the journal entry for this will be share capital account debit and 500 shares are being forfeited now. So 500 shares into called up value, 500 into 6. Is that right, everyone? 500 into 6, that will be 3,000. Got it? Please confirm. If
Yes.
this entry is clear, share capital account debit 500 into 6. Why we are multiplying it with 6? Because the called up value was 6 rupees only. Then we'll write down to share forfeited. Share forfeited account will be credited by the amount which is already received, excluding premium. Keep that in mind. To share forfeited account, how much we have already received? We already received for the application. We only received application. And what amount is not yet received? What amount is still in arrears? Amount is in area for the allotment money, and we need to write that including the premium. 500 into 5. All right, and any difference arising will be debited to security premium reserve account. That will be 500 into 2. Is it clear, everyone? Tell me quickly if this is clear. Ayan, Eben, Halima, Mariam, Alexander.
Clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ayan, is that clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Eben?
Yes, sir.
All right, finally. So this was solution for question number 24, case A, case first. Let's talk about case number 2. So in case 2, it says Vijay did not pay allotment in first call. His shares were forfeited after the first call. So that means this time company asked for the first call, and then when Vijay did not pay the first call as well, then company have decided to cancel his share. That means this time also final call is not made. All right. See, let me do this for you. Since you guys are making mistakes solving this, let me explain. What was the application amount? Again, application amount was 3 rupees. What was the allotment amount? Was 5,
2
including
premium.
premium. That means 3 plus 2. Then on first call of 2 rupees, and final call was also of 2. Now question, what question is trying to say? Question is saying Vijay did not pay allotment and first call. That means he paid the application money, but even after the allotment was made due, he did not pay for the allotment. First call was also must have been first call must have been made due, but he did not pay the first call as well, right? And then company have decided to forfeit his share. That means final call was not due, and therefore company did not receive final call as well. So that means total called up value will be in this case how much?
8.
8 rupees called up value. Let me write that.
Premium will be
Called
same.
up called up value in this case is 3 plus 3 plus 2. 3 on application, 3 on allotment, and 2 rupees for the first call company have asked for. So total called up capital is only 8 rupees excluding premium. Remember that. Okay. What company have already received only for the application. That means only 3 rupees was received on application. All right. And how much will be considered in arrears? How much is in arrear?
7.
Arrears is always calculated including premium. So 5 rupees on allotment is due and 2 rupees on first call is due. That means total cost in arrear is 7 rupees per share. Is that clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Eben, Ayan, Mariam, Alima. Is that clear, everyone? Please
Yes.
confirm only, then I'll move to the journal entry. Ayan, is that clear to you?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's move to the journal entry. So you already know entry for the forfeiture of share is always same. Share capital account debit. It is debited by the number of shares being forfeited. How many shares are being forfeited? 500 shares are being forfeited with the called up value. Multiply it with the called up value. Called up value is 8 rupees. So that will be 4,000. Then 2 share forfeited. We will forfeit the amount which is already received. to share forfeited account 500 into what amount we have already received? Please tell me. What amount we have already received? We received 3 per share, is that right? Everybody, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, and then 2, tell me, 2 calls in arrears.
Calls in arrear 7.
Calls in arrears, 7 rupees, right? 500 into 7,
3,500.
35. And obviously, you can see there is a difference.
1,000.
So difference will be debited to security premium reserve. $500 into what was the amount of premium? Premium was of
To
what amount? 2 rupees, no? We'll multiply this. Please confirm if this is clear.
clear.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir, clear.
All right. Done. Everybody written this? Mariam, Ayan, Ebin, Halima.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we'll be able to try the last case, case number. No, we have third case as well. No? So case number 3. Vijay failed to pay first and his share was forfeited immediately. Failed to pay the first call only. That means till allotment he made the payment. What do you think you will be able to solve it? Case number 3 and 4.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just give it a try, then we'll move to the next question. If anybody having any problem understanding anything, do let me know.
Done.
Done? Everybody done?
No, sir. 1 minute.
Solution 24, case number 3. So as per case number 3, since Vijay failed to pay the first call only, that means until the first call, company have called up to pay the installment, right? So the journal entry for this will be share capital account debit. Number of share being forfeited 500 into called up value. If company have decided to forfeit a share after the non-payment of the first call, that means total called up value will be 3 plus 2 plus 2. Is that right? And we multiply this with 8 rupees.
Yes, sir.
Right now, everyone, is that correct?
Yes.
Abin, Ayan, Mariam, Halima. Okay. Then there will be writing to share forfeited account. Share forfeited account. 500 into what amount will be forfeited? Amount that he have already paid. He must have paid since the company have decided to forfeit his share after the non-payment of the first call. That means he must have paid the allotment and application.
8.
All right. So we need to write down the amount that has already been received from him, excluding premium. So 3 plus 2, 5 rupees. No, 3 plus 3, no? 3 plus 3. Right? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what amount he did not pay? He did not pay for the first call. So we can write down 2 calls in areas. 2 calls in areas account will be 500 into, tell me, 500 into
4.
500 into 30, 4 or 2?
500 into
Into 2.
2000.
Why it will be 2000? Halima, we will multiply this with 2 only, na? 500 into 2 since final call is not made from him, na? How much is only outstanding? Amount is outstanding towards the first call only. Is that right, Halima? Halima. Vijay did not pay the first call. That means only first call is due. So calls in area will be 500 into 2 only. Is that correct? Yes or no? Please confirm.
yes, sir, it's correct.
Halima is not saying anything. Halima, not even there or not? Halima, what happened? Am I audible to you?
Yes.
Is this clear to you or not? 500 into 2.
Yes. I think I did other case.
You thought of the other case. All right. So, okay, so this is it, 500 into 2. And there is a difference. Is there any difference arising?
No,
There
sir.
is no difference. There is no difference. Huh? So this is it. This is the journal entry for case. No difference. We won't be debiting any security premium reserve account. Okay. Let's move to the last case solution to question 24. Case number 4. Try solving it on your own, everybody. See, for the fourth case, journal entry will be share capital account debit. This time 502. Called the value is, since call were made. Since it says Vijay failed to pay both the calls, that means company have asked him to pay the final call as well. That means total called up value will be, in this case, is 10 rupees. Is that clear, everybody? Share capital account will be debited by 5,000. Is that clear?
Yes.
Abel,
Yes.
Ayan, Mariam, Halima.
Yes.
Then share forfeited. Share forfeited account. $502. What amount we have already received? We must have received the application and allotment. So T,
So 8.
Sorry.
8, not 8. We'll write
6.
down the amount excluding the premium. Share forfeited account is do not contain any premium amount. So 3 plus 2 only, 5 rupees. Is that clear, everybody? Is it clear?
We
Yes or
got
no?
5.
Got it now? 5? 500 into 5? Alima, is that clear?
Sir, it's 6.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry. 3 plus, not 6. 3 rupees for the application, 3 for the allotment, excluding premium. 3 plus 3, 6 rupees. All right. And what amount that we did not receive? We did not receive towards the first and final call. So that will be credited to calls in areas. 500 into, what was the amount of first and final call? It was 4 plus 2, that means 4 rupees. 500 into 4. Any difference? Any difference arising? Yes. Difference is of? Tell me. Difference is of?
500 over there.
300. There is no difference, no? No, there is no difference. 3 plus 2, 5,000, and 5,000 is debited as well. So this,
Yes, sir.
done? Everything is clear till this point? Any doubts?
Called up value 10. How did you?
How did I get called up value? Beta,
Because it's still both calls.
it says Vijay has failed to pay both the calls. That you tell me, if Vijay has failed to pay both the calls, that doesn't that means that company must have asked him to pay the application. Company must have asked him to pay the allotment. Company must have asked him to pay the first call, and company must have asked him to pay the final call, right? And he paid the application, he paid the allotment, but he did not pay the first and final call. You tell me how much company have asked him to pay. Company have asked me to pay for all the calls, application, allotment, first and final call, everything. That means what is the total called up capital? On application 3 rupees, on allotment 3 rupees, on first call 2 rupees, on second and final call will be 2 rupees. That means total called up capital is 10 rupees per share. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And is that clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Alexander, Mariam,
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Sir, we didn't record any
Huh.
securities premium in the last 2 cases.
because there is no security premium on the outstanding amount which is due. Is there any see, in the last 2 cases, amount is due for the first call and final call, right? But first and final call does not include any premium. You understand that? Security premium reserve will be debited only if premium is also due on any installment, right? First and final call is due in the last case. In the fourth case, first and final call is due. But does this first and final call contains the amount of premium as well? You tell me, does the first and final call contains the amount of premium as well? Answer is no. And since it does not contain any premium, then why there is a need to debit the security premium reserve account? There is no need to do that. We'll only debit security premium reserve account if,
When it's due.
yeah, when on any installment premium is due, then such premium need to be debited. All right. We did that in the previous two cases because premium was due on allotment. And in the first case as well, premium was due on allotment. Therefore, we had to do that. Okay, I hope this is clear, everybody.
Yeah.
Clear now, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's do one more question now. Let's talk about question number 25. This is a full-fledged question. In this question, we need to pass the general entry for the issue of shares as well as the forfeiture of shares. Okay, let's read this question once. It says Blackstone Limited issued 10,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each at a premium of 3 per share. Table 5 on application, 5 on allotment, and the balance on first call. All the shares offered were applied for and allotted. All the money due on allotment was received except on 200 shares. Calls was made. All the amount due thereon was received except on 300 shares. Director forfeited 200 shares on which both allotment and call money were not received. You need to pass the journal entries to record the above. Okay, so that means we need to record the journal entry for the issue of shares as well as the forfeiture of shares. All right. Let me simplify this question a little. So question says 10,000 equity shares were issued. Issued share is 10,000. Right. And face value of this share is 10 rupees, but it was issued at a premium of 3 per share. So rupees 10 per share is the face value, and it was issued at a premium of rupees 3 per share. Is that clear? Now question says that company have decided to raise this amount in the following manner. Company will be raising 5 rupees on application. Company wanted to raise 5 rupees on allotment, including premium. That means 5. 2 plus 3. 2 rupees as a face value and 3 rupees as a premium. Then on first call, company will be raising. Okay, on allotment and balance on first call. The first call is going to be the last call as well. So first and final call. First and final. You can simply let me write this as first call. This will be considered as the first and final call. What is the remaining amount of the face value of share is 10 rupees. And company have decided to receive 5 rupees on application, 5 on allotment. What will be the remaining amount that company will be raising on first call? Tell me. Tell me the first call value quickly. Everybody.
So 3.
3 rupees. Yes. total face value is of 10 rupees. Na? So 5 is received on application, 5 is received, sorry, 2 rupees is received on allotment. So that means how much is still remaining? 3 rupees is still remaining. Is that right, everybody? Ayan, Alima, Mariam, Eben, please confirm if this is
Yes.
clear to you or
Yes, sir.
not.
3 rupees. Sir.
3 rupees. So this will be 13 rupees. That means 10 plus 3. All right. Now let's move to the other thing that question is telling us. Now question says that all the money due on allotment was received except 200 on 200, except that means 200 share is in area for allotment. 200 shares did not pay the allotment. Falls in areas. 200 shares did not pay allotment. And there are 300 shares that did not pay call money. Call was made, all the amount due thereon was received except on 300 shares. That means 300 shares, for 300 shares, company did not receive call money. That means final first call was not received towards the 300 shares. Got it? Is that correct? That is what is given in the question. I'm not saying anything on my own. That is given in the question already. I hope the question is clear now. Everybody, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you already know what to do. You already know how to pass the journal entry for the issue of shares. First of all, we'll pass the journal entry for the issue of shares. Journal entry. Okay. Let's first of all pass the general entry for the issue of share. First thing that we need to do, first of all, we'll write down the journal entry for the application. Is that right? Yes or no? What amount we will be receiving on application? We have issued 10,000 shares, na? So we will be receiving 5 rupees per share on application. Anybody is able to recall the journal entry for the application?
Sir,
Tell me. Sorry?
Bank account debit to share
No,
application
bank
amount.
account will be debited.
Yeah, bank account.
Bank account debit to, tell me,
To share application.
to share application.
Yeah, share application.
Sir, equity share.
Yeah, okay, equity shares were issued, so we'll write down equity shares. Equity share application. So 10,000 shares were issued and application amount is 5. So 50,000 will be debited. 50,000 will be debited. Okay. You can write down the narration on your own, everyone. Then we'll pass the journal entry
And
for the transfer of
money
application money to share. Yes. So journal entry for the transfer of application money, equity share application account debit to. Tell me the
share capital.
remaining part of it. To share capital. $50,000. Right, everybody? This is the entry for the application. Then we'll write down the entry for the allotment. First of all, we will have to do the allotment money now, right? For making the application money due, what will be the journal entry? Tell me. Equity,
Equity share allotment to share
yes.
capital. Equity share.
Equity share allotment account debit to share capital account. Right? What amount we need to due on the allotment? Allotment is of, tell me, 5 rupees including premium. Okay. So equity share allotment account debit to share capital to security premium reserve account. Right? 10,000 into 5 will be 50,000, and 10,000 into 3 rupees for the allotment, sorry, 2 rupees for the allotment, na? 2 rupees for the allotment. So 10 into 2, that will be 20,000. Is that correct, Alexander?
Yes, sir.
This is the entry for making the allotment due. Then we will be passing the entry for the receipt of the allotment money. That will be bank account debit to, tell me, what should I write?
Allotment account.
To share equity share allotment account.
Share allotment.
And how much is
50,000.
there is calls in areas as well, na? How much we will be receiving on allotment? We will receive for all the share excluding 200 share. So that means on allotment we won't be receiving amount for the all 10,000 share. Only for the 900 share, 9,800 shares will be received. 9,800 into, tell me, by which amount I should multiply this? Tell
So
me quickly,
two.
anyone. We'll multiply this with 2. Are you sure?
Not sure, sir.
Not sure. Anyone else want to try? 9,800 will be multiplied with what amount? On allotment, we will be receiving 5 rupees on allotment, na, Alexander? We'll multiply this 5 rupees.
Yes, sir.
Is that okay? Let me translate it. So this will be 9,800. That means 49,000. Is that clear? And how much is in areas? Tell me. For 200 shares, we did not receive any payment, so we'll debit that. Calls in areas account debited. Calls in areas account debit. For 200 shares, we won't be receiving 5 rupees per share. That means 1,000 will be debited. And equity share allotment, that means for the entire 10,000 shares, multiply this by 5, 50,000. Got it? Is this clear, everybody? Anyone having doubt? Anyone having any problem understanding this?
How we calculate our cause in arrear?
Beta, what was the total shares regarding which we asked for the allotment? We asked for 10, we asked for the allotment money towards the 10,000 shares, right? But 200 shares, on 200 shares, we did not receive the allotment money. Is that right? That means for only 9,800 shares, we received the payment, yes or no? So the payment that we
Yes.
have received, we must have received that amount at 5 rupees per share. That means 49,000 shares, 49,000 has been received on allotment, but we did not receive on 200 share at 5 rupees per share. That means we did not receive at 1,000 rupees. So that will be considered as cost in area. That is the allotment money that we have received. Got it? Is that correct? Is that clear?
Clear.
That is how we got the
So
cost in
here it will
areas
be
and allotment.
called cause in arrear.
Yeah, the amount that we did not receive is called cost in area. We already covered few questions based on cost in areas. We earlier discussed cost in area as well. Didn't we, Alexander?
Yes.
We covered
Yes,
cost in
right.
areas, no?
Yes, sir.
All right, so this was cost in area. Now let's move to the next installment, which is first call and first and final call. So first of all, we'll pass the entry for making it due. So for making it due, the journal entry will be, tell me, anyone? Anybody? Please tell me. Equity, share, first and final call, or let's write it this way, first call, account, debit to
Share cap.
share capital.
So due entry, right?
Yeah, this is the entry for making it due. So what amount we ask, what amount company want to raise on first call? Company wanted to raise 3 rupees on first. So we'll multiply this with 3. 10,000 into 3 means 30,000, right? And 30,000. Is that right, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear, everybody? Then we'll pass the journal entry for making it
Sir,
for
first
the
call
receipt of the first call,
of 3
and
or
then yeah, 3 rupees, na? See,
yes.
5 company have decided to
Multiply
raise
by
5 rupees on application, 5 on allotment, including premium. This is including 3 rupees premium. So how much is still due, still left? What is the remaining amount? 3 rupees.
Yeah.
So 3 plus 2, 5 plus 2, 7, 7 plus 3, 10. So the general entry for the receipt of call money is bank account debit. Bank account debited to
Equity share first call.
equity share first call. But the problem is that on first call as well, we did not receive the complete payment. On first call as well, shareholders holding 300 shares made the default in the payment of first call in respect of payment of the 300 shares. So that means for 300 shares, amount is still an outstanding, right? So we'll debit all the areas account. Is that correct, everyone? All in
Yes.
areas account will be debited as well. Now tell me what amount we'll be receiving on share first call. 10,000 for 10,000 share, we will receive, sorry, not for the entire 10,000 share, we will be receiving for only 9,700 share at the rate 3 rupees each. Right now? So to multiplying this, we'll get 9,700 into 3, into 3. That is 29100. And for 300 share, we did not receive any payment towards the post final call. That means 900 is still due. All right, and this way, totaling this, we will be crediting the entire amount to share first call account. Please tell me if the issue entry is clear, everyone.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, question further says that director forfeited 200 shares on which both allotment and call money were not received. Director have decided to forfeit how many share? Only 200 share upon which both allotment and call money is not received. So that means general entry for the forfeiture of share will be as usual share capital account debit to
Share forfeited.
share forfeited account. All right. Now and to calls in areas. Now tell me how many share company have decided to forfeit? Company decided to forfeit 200 shares. Is that right? That is what question is telling us. All right. And company have decided to forfeit those 200 share upon which allotment and call money is still due. That means what will be the called up value towards it for the 200 shares? Tell me what will be the called up value? Company have decided to forfeit 200 share upon which allotment and first call is due. That means total called up value will be 10 rupees. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Allotment is due, first call is due. That means the application is already paid. Allotment is due but not paid. First call was made due but not paid. That means total called up capital will be how much? 10 rupees, huh?
Yes, sir.
Right, everyone? So we'll multiply this with 10. Everyone, Alexander, Mariam, Halima, Ayan.
2000.
Excuse me, sir.
2000.
Sir, the premium will also be counted.
No. At the time of counting the called up value, we do not count the premium. That is what we were doing in the previous examples as well. Na?
Yes, sir.
While writing down the entry for the forfeiture, we do not, at the time of calculating the called up value, do not consider the premium amount. Premium is only counted at the time of calculating the calls in areas. Remember that. If there
Yes,
is
sir.
any premium, that will be included in calls in area, nowhere else. Okay.
Okay.
Now tell
Okay.
me, since company have decided to forfeit 200 share for which, in respect of which allotment and call money is not received, that means for these 200 shares, application money must have been received, right? That can only be forfeited 200 into, tell me, what will be the forfeited amount? 200 into 5 rupees for application only can be forfeited, right? Since the shareholder must have paid for the application only. Is that right, Alexander, Halima, Mariam?
Yes, sir.
So 200 into 5 will be 1000. What about the calls in area? Calls in area will be 200 into he did not pay for the allotment and first call. Now we need to write this including premium. Now consider what was the premium on allotment and first call. So there was premium in the allotment only. We need to include that as well. 5 plus 3 will be 8. 5 plus 3, 8. Right? 200 into 8 will be, tell me, 1600.
1600.
Is there any difference arising? Yes. Credit is more than the debit side. So now simply debit the security premium reserve account. by 200 into, tell me, what amount I need to write here? What was the amount of premium? 2 rupees, 3 rupees, 1 rupees, how much it was?
3.
3 rupees.
3. So we need to multiply this with 3. 200 into 3 will be 600. That is it. Now you can see both the aspects are tallying. Done. This is it. Got it, everyone? Is this clear?
Sir.
Yes, sir, it is clear.
Anybody having any difficulty understanding anything? And you understand everything? Alexander, Evan,
Yes, sir.
Halima.
Only 7 entries.
Yeah, only 7 entries.
Yes.
All right, then. So I hope everything that we discussed is clear to all of you. Guys, I'm not giving any homework to you for the next class. I just want all of you to do these questions on your own one more time. In a rough copy, you try to solve these questions one more time. Since, as I told you in the previous classes as well, that as we proceed further in this chapter, things will start getting a little complicated. If you do not practice, you will be in a situation of problem. Make sure you keep on revising the questions again and again, again and again. Do try to solve these questions on your own after the session as well. All right. Otherwise, you will land in a situation of problem. Make sure you keep on revising this. As you proceed further, things will start getting complicated. So whatever the question that we have already done, start solving those questions one more time. Whatever the question that we did today for the forfeiture of share, including premium, and the question that we did in the previous class for the forfeiture of share when shares were issued at par, try to solve those questions again. And the full-fledged question that we solved in today's class, question number 24, and what was that question? Question number 24 and 25. Both the question. Try this question one more time. All right. So this is the homework for you for the next session. We'll be moving to the next topic in the next class, and we'll try to discuss the when forfeited shares are reissued. What will be the general entry for those for that? All right. So